Hey everybody, Platinator here and welcome back to the channel with this time with Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Again, we're using this intro from the PlayStation Hair Factory and we're gonna go straight to the trophies. This is a story related trophy because it's basically the first rot that you will discover. So found a friend. It's very easy, it's simple to get. This one, Heiko, it's when you reach the village for the first time. You'll have this village and you'll do a lot of things here and you'll free the village from the corruption, let's say like this. Then you have Between the Eyes. This is our first non-story related trophy. Basically, you see the enemy with a shield. What you need to do is you need to defeat the enemy without destroying the shield. So basically what I did was I went behind his back, especially when he was attacking, and I killed him. There you go, you see? It broke at the end, but it's not supposed to break. You can do this later in the game. You won't have that many problems, to be honest. Good is new. Well, all games, or most games, have collectible in different types, shapes, and forms. In this one, you have one type of, well, it's a collectible where you need to cleanse shrines, and you get points by cleansing these shrines. This is the first one. You will need to cleanse all of them in the game, all of them. So it's gonna be a fun adventure. Then, triple threat. Basically, you need to defeat 3 enemies at once with a parry attack. The best way to do this is you put the enemies on low health and then you gang them together and you parry them, as you will see. You see, we have 3 of them, very low health. We got to the middle, I did a parry and I killed 3 of them at the same time. By the way, we're doing this in the master difficulty, but we'll talk about that later. Into the woods. I don't know what I was doing. I had to pause the game for some reason. And then this is when you arrive at the heart of the woods. You arrive at the woods and you need to go and get other relics to cleanse the spirits that's haunting the forest or the woods, if you want to put it that way. This is when you get the bow. Hunter in the Forest, the story related one. This is another story related trophy. Not sorry, Rock Commander. Basically, you need to use 5 rot commands in one match. Could be the same one. Could be the same one because I only had 1 command at this moment. Oh well, 2 because I could heal. Well, 2. And as you will see, I will use a rot attack to stun him and. See, there you go, going around, the things going around. I used the 5th rot attack around the enemy, stun him, and I could hit him and he was getting damage as well. This is when you get the first relic, so it's story related. For some reason I didn't speed it up, but Taro's Sphere, oh yeah, it is speed up, yeah. You get the first relic to cleanse the spirit. This is when you get the second relic, so this is all story related. As you keep playing, this will be story related. It's giving you story exposition so you can continue with the game. Then Taro's Regret. This is when you get the 3rd relic, and then we'll go to the boss. I think this is the 3rd one, correct? Taro's Regret. By the way, very funny name. I'm telling you, very funny name. Spirit Guide. This is when you defeat Taro for the first time. Or well, when you defeat Taro, not first time. The first boss, real serious story related boss. All the others feel like mini bosses because you'll then face like the normal version of them, like all games usually do. You face the enemy and then it becomes like a mini boss and a normal boss. This is when you select a new attack. Basically, you can throw bombs, and the next 2 trophies will be related with bombs. Bombs is a new attack. And what you need to do is you need to destroy a mob, which is one of those little creatures, with a bomb attack. And yeah, well, I'm here throwing stuff, making them low on health, you see. And it doesn't need to stick to them. As long as they are in the radius of the explosion, it will work. So we got weigh them down. That's the trophy. These ones are missable. The combat ones are all missable. Then sharpshooter. Basically what you need to do this one is you throw a bomb in the air and then you shoot the bomb and you kill the enemy. For some reason it didn't work there because you see him getting hit, but it didn't lose any health. So we're gonna go again, maybe a little bit closer, and boom, there you go. Sharpshooter. Just throw, jump, so activate slow motion, and then shoot the bomb, and hopefully you'll get it. The open range. This is when you start the, let's say, the quest for the second big boss of the game, and you get the mask of the blacksmith, and you need to, well, you need to free the spirit because that's what you do. This one, what is this one? Let me see if I can remember which one this is. I think it's, oh yeah, you need to hit several enemies at once. So basically, you'll have to do this. You'll have to use two commands. Basically, you use the square. Yeah, you use the square to do the rock command so you can stun the enemy so he's busy. And then you shoot him and it spills and it hits more enemies. And when it spills, you get the trophy. That's basically it. This is a story related trophy as well. You need to wake the ox. You need to get the first relic, then you wake up the ox and it gives you the route to the second relic, which is this hammer that you just saw. A lot of story related trophies that you can notice, a lot of story related trophies. So Adira's Fear, easy to get. Then this will come naturally, quick draw. You need to defeat 3 enemies by, or hit 3 critical spots in 3 seconds. And you might try to do with normal enemies, but in this case, it's 3 different enemies. You'll wait them to all show up. See? So you go 1, 2, 3. Just hit those big lights on the back of the enemy because they're like, boom, they're kamikazes. They sacrifice themselves. Then Adira's Regret. This is when you get the last relic. Yeah, the last relic for Adira. And yeah, it's story related trophy. Gotta be very easy if you progress. Oh yeah, this is the one of the hardest trophies. Return to Sender. You'll have to face this monster. There's only 6 of them during the full game, which are called mages, and they throw the bombs. And I was lucky that I was in this spot. I don't know why, but you have to prevent them from healing, put them really low, and then hope for a perfect parry, which the parry is the hardest because the parry momentum is really small. And but that's basically what you need to do. You need to parry, the bomb goes back to the enemy and kills him. Precision blow. You'll see when you get the bow and you unlock an ability, you will get the rot shot. And this is like this powerful arrow that pierces through the enemies. What you need to do when you'll see it perfectly here, I have 4 in the line. It's only 3 that you need, but I had 4. You put them in the line and you shoot, and it's like a sniper rifle, you know, those, if you play Counter-Strike, a sniper rifle, and you put, well, Counter-Strike, oh god, maybe you guys are too young to play Counter-Strike. But yeah, you line up and you shoot. Then, this one is when you defeat, yeah, you defeat the blacksmith, the corrupted blacksmith, and you get that trophy. Crossing over, this is when you learn the dash ability, also story related. And basically you get a new attack, which will also use to do another trophy. Remember, all these fighting trophies are all missable. Triple tap. You have to use that new ability to kill 3 enemies at once, which I'll do right now. What you need to do is, like the other one, you need to line them up with low health and then attack, and then when it does the burst, you see this burst, and it kills all of the enemies because they're really low health, and you get triple tap. I think it might come naturally if you play the game normally. You'll get that naturally. Toshi's Sphere. This is the first relic from Toshi. This was an interesting battle, but my favorite battle of the game was the next one that we'll see. Toshi's Regret, where you go to the middle of the forest and you fight the hunter, and it's basically a bow on bow fight. You know, it's really well done. You cover on the trees, you dodge. It was really good. Then the last one, Toshi's Love. So at the moment you have all 3 of the relics, and it's ready to go to the, well, not the last boss in the game, but the third one, the which will be this one. A leader walks alone. You fight Toshi, but he takes all of your rot, which is no good because your rot is your power. Yeah, but a leader walks alone. When you defeat him and you advance in the game, and as soon as you cross that path, you go to a lonely path. It's when you reach the mountain Shire or shrine. Sorry, Shire is from the Lord of the Rings, but here is a lonely path, mountain shrine. And this is Restore Balance. This is the crop top cut. This is the last boss in the game that we'll talk about this later. It's a very... It's a different fight from... It's different. I will talk about that later. Then Master Spirit Guide. This is when you complete the game in the hardest difficulty, which was exactly what I did. I did the game one run only on the hardest difficulty, Master Spirit Guide. But no, we don't get the platinum yet because there's a lot of things to do. Zen Master. Now we do the collectibles after the game is done. You'll have several Zen spots which increases your health spread through the game, and you need to go to them at least once. The last one is after the final boss, so if you do all the collectibles before the final boss, you can also do that. If you wish, you can do that. And you keep the... and it's going to help you a lot actually to have all the powers and complete health. It's going to help you a lot with the final boss, especially if you're on the hardest difficulty. The last stop. During the game, you'll find a lot of clues that will take you to, let's say, some requests, let's say like that. And you get those, you bring them to these little boxes. It opens these corrupted areas, and you have to free these corrupted areas, the last stop. That's basically it's like side quests. You can go with like side quests if you want to do. Then this one, Curse Collector, you'll have to complete all the curse chests during the game. At this point, after I finished the game, I just put the game in story mode because I was already playing this game for way too long, and I put on story mode, so we just went and finished this. It didn't bug me on the trophies. It didn't bug me on anything, so we're good. So Curse Collector, you open all the cursed chests, and yeah, you'll need the guides to find all of this. Hat Collector. There are a lot of hats in this game that you can collect to you put on your rods. Thankfully, you just need to collect 50 of them. Oh, sorry, this is the... Why did the... Oh yeah, never mind. Yes, the hat. Yeah. I was like, why am I shooting rods? But no, you get the frog hat. You get Hat Collector. That's basically it. I just need 2 more rods to do the rod objective, which is right now. No stone unturned. You need to collect all of the rods, which are 100 of them, and the more you collect, the more powerful you get. Like I said, sometimes it's better to do all of this before you finish the game, so when you go to the final boss, you're as strong as you can. But I did it this way because, well, after Toshi, I got stuck on the area before the last boss, so there was nothing I could have done, to be honest. But there you go, no stone left unturned. Then, yes, Restoration Master. Remember one of the first trophies that we got, which was the statue? We cleansed the statue. This is cleansing the last one. I don't remember how many they are, to be honest, but if you go to the map, it's going to show what you need to collect, how many rods are left to collect, how many statues, how many hats, how many everything. So the game does help a lot, so you don't have to search everything over and over and over again. But there you go, Restoration Master. Then we did say cheese, because there's always a photo trophy at this moment. I was like, how do we do this? I was like, I was pressing the buttons, like, how do you do this? But to do this, basically, you just press the directional button up to activate the story mode. I put a little pose, and then I just go like, I take a photo and say cheat. This area that we are, you'll see what I'm going to do now. This is when I finished the game. I didn't have enough karma points, and you get karma by defeating enemies. I spent karma on charms, which is not really necessary. The best one is the one that gives more attack power. You don't need to collect all of the charms, but basically that's what you do. I come to this area and I defeat the enemy. It gives 10 karma. Then I go to, when I get the 400, and I use it Skillful Spirit Guide. And we're gonna go for the last trophy. That was it's a weird cut, I know, but for some reason it didn't save. But we're gonna go for the last trophy. After we get all the karma points, like I was mentioning, we get 400 karma points. We get 10 by defeating this one, and we'll get the final one where we get the silver trophy, and we're finally gonna get all trophies obtained. Platinum 154, Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Before I start talking about the game, I just want to say, like, I did the usual thing. I started with no trophies. I made a video, but for some reason it didn't save. It didn't save, so I did something different. I played more than 17 hours. I'm gonna be honest. I think I played more than 17 hours, but yeah, 17 hours to do a platinum trophy, which it's not that bad. Like I mentioned on the trophy part, I did everything in the hardest difficulty, and then when I finished the game, I changed to the easiest difficulty. But there you go. Not the bow ability, but we finished on the 24th of April, and we started on the 19th. So there is no way that I did only 17 hours. I know that I stopped to play FIFA, but I didn't play on the 17 hours because I remember there was an afternoon that for me to defeat the boss, I took like at least 1 hour to defeat the boss, at least 1 hour for one boss. But as you saw on the video, there's a lot of story related trophies, there's a lot of collectibles, but what's really fun is this one here, the fighting, where you have to put your ability, on the game. Can I say more? Yeah, I really like these trophies here. The collectibles, it's like mandatory, and as you can see, Master Spirit Guide, it was really. Sometimes it felt like I was playing Dark Souls because you need to time your parries a lot, and if you master your parries, it's gonna be very, very easy to do this game. But you need to master your parries, and it's gonna take you a long way. I really suggest that this game is played because you have action, you have platforming, you have the story. It's actually really, really good. It gets a bit dark. I'm gonna be honest, it gets a bit dark, but everything ends well because we cleanse everything. But the story is really, really, really good. I'm not gonna give a punctuation because I only do games that I like to play, so I'll always give punctuation, a high punctuation. So there's no sense on doing that. And just so you understand, I was gonna do Digimon Survive. I have the game here, you see. I have Digimon Survive. I was gonna play this game. I hate it. I love Digimon, I love the fighting, but it's too much talking, too much everything. So I'm not playing Digimon Survive because I'm not enjoying the game. And it's a very easy plat to do, like 30 hours, and you can get the plat. And I don't want to do the plat on this game because, and I can show you even here. I got here the King of the Trophies. I started it. I have 9 trophies, but I didn't like the game. So I'm not gonna play the game. I'm not gonna force myself to play the game. The more important than doing the video is having fun. But guys, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, a comment, hit the bell icon. You know, all those good things that make us grow. Sub button up here. Over there is my latest video, which is Legend of the Dragon, and over there is February 7, where I've been posting some stuff related to FIFA very recently. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.